Hey guys, welcome to another Lunchtime review. Today I'm going to try one of these new Choy meals. This one is the orange chicken. It is tempura white meat chicken in a classic sweet orange sauce. I do know that these, from reading the directions, the chicken and the sauce are separate things, so that's a good thing. And it's not all mixed together all at once. Let's see, this is the orange chicken. It's 18 ounces, 510 grams for the whole bag. 10% more white meat chicken, that's good. We bought these at Meijer. They were $6.49, and they're sold where like the family meals and stuff like that are. They're near the frozen food area. I mean, in the frozen food area, but they're not in the frozen meals. Let's see, there's 3.5 servings in the bag. 3/4 of a cup, or 145 grams, is 380 calories, and I'm assuming that's with the sauce. Doesn't say, but because you're supposed to mix the whole sauce and everything together. Conagra is the maker of these. Okay, so to make these, I can just tell you right now, the recommended way to make these is in the conventional oven. That's because the chicken will get crisper in the oven than it will be in the microwave. So just throw that out there. It'll be better in the oven, flat out. They do give you microwave oven directions, though. It even says there, for best results, conventional oven is recommended. However, if they give me microwave directions, that means it's possible they have tested it in the microwave and they say, it may not be as good, but you can do it in the microwave. That's how I'm going by it. So I'm going to read the microwave directions first, but here's the oven directions. Here's the countertop air fryer. You can do a stove top. So if you wanted to do it in I guess a skillet. Yeah, a skillet. You can heat them up in a skillet, which would be interesting. And then you can do it in the microwave oven. So we're going to do it in the microwave. We're going to place the chicken in a microwave safe dish going right here. We're going to microwave high for 2 minutes. We're supposed to stir the chicken and then microwave an additional 2 to 2.5 minutes. I guess stir the chicken around to make sure it doesn't burn. Let stand 1 minute, handle carefully, they're hot. And then you're supposed to toss in the sauce. So you're supposed to then put the sauce over top of them and stir them up. The sauce packet, the only place that mentions the sauce is right here. It does say place sauce pouch in warm water to thaw. I do have a cup of warm water over here on the side. So let's open this up and see what it looks like. I have shaken the bag down so everything's down at the bottom. Okay, so here's the, wow, that's a big sauce packet. Good thing I got a big cup. I'm gonna throw that in the cup. Don't think it'll overflow. Right, just barely enough. And then the chicken is just gonna go in this bowl. You can put it in a plate if you want to, but this bowl works pretty good for me. It dumps some crumbs. I'll get those in a little bit. So I'm gonna get these in the microwave and yeah, I'll be back. Okay, so here is the chicken. Let me turn it down a bit. Here's the chicken out of the microwave. I haven't even touched it. It's just come out of there. It's a little soggy on the bottom pieces, but the pieces that weren't laying on the bottom are okay. Yeah, not bad. Little hunks of chicken. Pretty cool. Okay. So you can see in the microwave, they're not going to get crispy, but they'll dry out a little bit, but they won't get crispy. And they are a little wet. Now, the next directions, I'm not going to follow. They say to pour the sauce over top of this and mix it in. I'm not going to do that only because I microwaved it. If I'd put it in the oven, I probably would do that and it would be fine. But since I did it in the microwave, they're already kind of wet and soft anyway. So I'm gonna put my sauce into a bowl and just dip the pieces of chicken into it. So here's a bowl. Here's my sauce package. It has been in that cup with hot water. And I'm just gonna basically just pour this into a bowl. And it's not what you'd call hot sauce. It's just thawed a little bit. It's not heated up at all. If you wanted to heat it up, you'd have to stick it in the microwave and heat it up some more. Right now it's just it's not even room temperature. It's kind of cool, honestly. So there that is. So I'm just going to take this and the chicken and my fork and take it over there and just dip the chicken into the sauce. I think that'll be just as good experience as pouring it over the chicken anyway. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to try a piece of chicken just by itself. I'm just going to pick this piece right here. They kind of remind you of chicken nuggets a little bit of at McDonald's. They're kind of got that same like weird shapes on the outside, like they've been just randomly chopped up. Not bad in the microwave. They are a little softer on the outside. They're not like super crispy. They're more dry than crispy. And if they get ones that are set on the bottom, like I said, they're kind of wet, maybe even a little slimy on the bottom. They're just wet. Wet breading kind of has a slimy consistency. Not bad though. On the whole, the breading's not like falling off of them or getting really soggy or really wet falling off or anything like that. So it's actually pretty decent. If I'd put the sauce on this and stirred it up, then it would have been sitting in that sauce with this already not crispy batter and or breading, whatever, and then adding sauce to it would have just made it even wetter. So I didn't want to do that. That's why I said I wanted to dip mine. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just sit there and I'm going to make sure I coat it really good. So I'm going to coat it really good in sauce, and I'm going to lean over my container. You can see I got it really good. That sauce is good, and it's got some spice to it too, and it's sweet. So it has a little bit of a citrusy flavor, but I don't know that you would go, it's 100% orange. It's not. It's really, it's kind of a sweet and sour kind of flavor, but it's got some spice to it. And like I said, I really coated it in sauce, which is what you would do if you were to pour it in here and mix it all up anyway. Yeah, it's kind of like a sweet and sour sauce. But I do get that little bit of a, like a citrusy kind of hit in there. Well, I could definitely say that these would be better as far as texture wise. They would be better if you did them in the oven, just because the breading would be really good and crispy. And then you add it to the sauce. In that case, if you get them really good and crispy, you could mix them all in the sauce and it would be fine. But just where it's in the microwave, it's just not crispy enough. So would the oven be better? Yes. Can it work in the microwave? Yes, 100%. As long as you don't mix your chicken with your sauce, I think you'll be fine. If you mix it, it's gonna get soggy. I think, so I'm only gonna go by the microwave because I didn't actually do them in the oven. I'm gonna only go with the microwave textures and flavors. The texture's good. It's more, the breading is more dried out than crispy, so it's a dry breading. It's not wet or soggy for the most part, but it is more dry. It's not crispy, if that makes any sense at all, but that's what it is. So you still get a little bit of the dry texture to it, but it's not like crunchy. And then the pieces, like I said, that laid in the bottom, that kind of had some moisture on the bottom. You know, when anything's frozen in microwaves, it kind of tends to get a little bit of water on the bottom. The ones that have set in that water are going to be a little softer on the breading, but not soggy, like falling off soggy. It's just a little wetter. So if you stirred them up again, maybe, or took them out of this container and put them in a bowl or a plate, on a separate bowl or plate, it might be less wet on the bottom. But this has not been too bad. It really hasn't really done too much to them. And then so texture-wise, it's good, and the sauce is really good too. Texture-wise, it's really smooth and has almost like a gelatin kind of texture to it. It's really, let me just, I'll hold it up and you can kind of see what it looks like when it runs off. You can see how thick it is. Almost sugary. That's how thick it is. It's almost like a syrup. So if you've ever had a sweet and sour sauce, this orangey kind of sweet and sour sauce, you know exactly what texture and flavor this has. The flavor of the chicken is really nice. The breading actually has a nice flavor to it. It's not seasoned by any means, but it just has a nice, like a bread flavor. Not a bread either. It's kind of, that's a bad way of putting it. Like a breading. It's like a nice breading flavor. And the chicken itself is really good and moist and tender. The sauce, again, is very sweet and sour kind of saucy with a little citrusy zing and a little bit of heat to it to give it a little bit of a tingle on your tongue. Not ridiculously hot, so don't worry about it being hot. But it does give you a little tingle on your tongue, like it's got some peppers in it or something. So if you don't like hot food at all, you probably wouldn't enjoy this, but if you don't mind a little bit of spice in there, I think you'll really like this. So I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. If I did it in the oven, and again, I'm going by just microwave. If I did it in the oven, I might bump that up to a 4.5 just because it would be crispier, but in the microwave itself, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.